Guten Erev Shabbos, my dear friends. This Shabbos Parshas KORACH is going to be GIMMEL TAMMUZ, the third day of Tammuz, the Rebbe's holy day. It has been 28 years since we saw the Rebbe physically, and we're waiting for Mashiach to come so we can see the Rebbe once again. But we know that the Rebbe is here, and the Rebbe guides us just like he has always done. I want to show you a little story. There's a shliach in Israel by the name of Rabbi Yisrael Halperin. He was a Baal Teshuvah. He was in the army and a high rank in the army. And he came here to America and to be by the Rebbe. And there was Simchas Torah, thousands of people in 770. And he couldn't get close to the Rebbe, it was packed. And then at one of the Akafas, the Rebbe invited all those Israeli soldiers to join the Hakafa, to dance with the Torah. So he said to the people next to him, I am an Israeli soldier, I want to go. But they didn't believe him. And he felt so bad. He couldn't move, he couldn't go. He felt he's going to miss the whole thing. And all of a sudden, he looks at the Rebbe from far and he sees how the Rebbe turns around. And he goes straight to him, points to him. And he goes like, the Rebbe goes like this, like, you belong here, come here. And people looked and saw the Rebbe pointing to him. Right away they made place and he was able to join the Akafas with the Rebbe. So imagine, thousands of people around. The Rebbe felt there is one Jew that wants him, that needs him. This is the Rebbe. Rebbe is Rosh Bnei Yisrael, the head of the Jewish people, that leads the Jewish people, that cares for the Jewish people. Tomorrow we're going to have Fabrengen here in the shul in Chabad house. Join us. We're going to talk more about the Rebbe, learn and hear stories. And the message in Parshas KORACH also is connected with this. You see, KORACH, he opposed Moshe Rabbeinu. He opposed the leader. And he felt that everybody is equal, everybody is the same. And the message from KORACH is that we need to understand that yes, we are all important, but there is a leader and we need to follow the instructions of the leader. Rebbe interestingly points out that we can see the problem of KORACH in the name itself. And that goes a little bit Kabbalistically, so bear with me. I'm going to share the word. You see, it says the world was created with the letter Hey. The letter Hey represents the world. How so? Chassidus explains, you see the shape of the letter Hey. You have a line on the top, a line on the right side, and then a line on the left side. And the left side, the line is separated. The line of the top represents machshava, the thoughts. The line on the right side represents dibur, speech. And the line on the left side represents action. Those are the three garments of the soul, the way a person expresses himself: thought, speech, and action. Now, the two lines, the thoughts and the speech, are connected. Those are the parts that are more the spiritual part of the person. The left side, the action, is the physical part of the person. And the message is that in order to do what we need to do in this world, and in order to bring this world to the right place, we need to understand that we need to work both with our spiritual part and with action, with the physical part. However, we always have to remember that there is a separation. There is a separation between the spiritual and the physical. Yes, we do everything physically, but the spiritual is way above. There is a gap, there is a leap between the physical and the spiritual, and we have to know that, we have to realize that. And here, when you look in the name KORACH, Kuf, Reish, Ches, all of these three letters have a very similarity to the letter Hey, but with some difference. You see the letter Kuf has a line on the top, a line on the right, and a line on the left side. However, the problem is the line on the left side, which represents the action, it goes down lower. It does not align with the right side. It does not align with the spirituality. That means that this represents a Jew that unfortunately fails in the physical part, and he falls down low in the physical part, and he goes against the Torah, against the spirituality. That's a mistake. The Reish also has a line on the top and a line on the right, but it's missing the line on the left side. It's missing the action. This represents a person who thinks that I need, in order to be good, I need to be pure. I need to be spiritual. Forget about the physical world. That's also a mistake. And the Ches is very similar to the Hey. However, the line on the left is connected to the top. This is a person who thinks we are all equal. We are all the same. There's no difference. Spiritual, the left side, which represents the action, is the same as the spiritual part. That was the mistake of KORACH. He said, when it comes to do mitzvahs, when it comes to do physical mitzvahs, all Jewish people are do the same. So he said to Moshe Rabbeinu, Madua tisnasu al kal Hashem? Why should you be better? Why should you be elevated? That was his mistake. And when we will realize that, yes, we need the action, but the action needs to be aligned with the spirituality. And we always have to remember that the spiritual is way above. We're not limited in the spirituality, in the physical actions. This is how we can make this world the way it's supposed to be. And this is the Rebbe, this is the message to every single Jew. We need to follow, do the action, do a mitzvah, another mitzvah, but realize that we have a Moshe Rabbeinu. We have a leader, and he guides us with the spiritual part. There was once a lady that came to the Rebbe. She was not Lubavitch. She came with her son to ask a bracha for her son. And then she said to the Rebbe, Rebbe, I want to compliment you. You're doing such great work all over the world. You're changing the world. And the Rebbe smiled to her, and the Rebbe said, I am looking for volunteers. The Rebbe wants each and every one of us to volunteer. Doesn't matter, Lubavitch, you're not Lubavitch, you're a Jew. Every little mitzvah that you do, every person that you reach out to, it is volunteering in the Rebbe's work, volunteering in Hashem's work, volunteering in bringing the world to where it's supposed to be by the revelation of the truth, the revelation of Hashem Echad, that God is the King in the world. Let us hope that this Shabbos we'll celebrate with Mashiach together. Have a good Shabbos.